Morning. Today's March 8th, 2020, and my location today is San Francisco Bay, out by the Golden Gate Bridge, Crissy Field Beach, and it's a Sunday morning. It's beautiful out here this morning. The sun's poking out through a hazy mist from the ocean, and folks are out today walking their dogs and just enjoying the scenery out here. I wanted to spend a few minutes today talking to you about freedom. What is freedom? How do we define it? Is freedom the same for everybody? Or is there a version of freedom each person has to define for themselves? I believe that we all have our own version of freedom, and that my version of freedom may not necessarily work for you, and vice versa. Here we are in the United States of America. We're a free country, but a lot of people don't feel free. A lot of people feel trapped. Freedom might be the opportunity to get up out of a wheelchair for some. For others, it's the right to express their views, social media, one way or another. There's a lot of different ways that we can calculate this, but the Tao Te Ching teaches that true freedom comes from an obedience to the natural order of things. Okay, you said it. You said the word, obedience. Yeah, that's a real stickler, isn't it? I'm not sure how I like that thought of being obedient to the natural order. Yeah, I get you. So let's take a look at it from a different perspective. I like to always get back to the basics. When things get really complicated, if you stop and regroup and get back to the basics, oftentimes complicated things are simplified. Well, what are the basics? Well, the Tao teaches that power comes through cooperation, independence through service, and a greater sense of the self through selflessness. To the Western mind, that all sounds backwards. It sounds too good to be true. I just have to think backwards, and everything will be fine. There's a book called The Tao of Pooh, being Winnie the Pooh. And Winnie the Pooh is in the forest there, and it's foggy. He's trying to find his way back to his home. And so he's walking and walking, and he keeps coming back to the same stump. And he thinks to himself, I keep trying to find my way home and get lost. Perhaps if I wander off in the forest in an attempt to get lost, I'll find my way home. So off he wanders, and sure enough, a short time later, Pooh Bear is nice and comfy resting at home. The point being is that being open to new ideas is a great way to start to work on unblocking those prejudices in your life that are keeping you stuck where you are. It's not easy, but if you're committed to trying to make a change, in whatever aspect of your life it is that you feel you need to make a change in, then perhaps you need to try and get lost in the fog and then find your way home. How does this relate to freedom? Well, if you feel stuck, are you free? Are you tired of tending to all your possessions, worried about this car or this boat or these homes or all of these people clinging to me and my entourage? If you're at that level, what is freedom? The Tao teaches frugality. Lots of stuff doesn't come from God. It doesn't come from natural order of things. Lots of stuff comes from trying to accumulate stuff so that you feel great. You're on top, baby. But then you're stuck taking care of all those things. You're stuck living your life based on the thoughts and comments that other people have for you. So freedom. Sit down with a pencil or a pen and a piece of paper and jot down a column of what makes you free and what makes you not free. What's building you up? What's holding you back? When you have that list put together, you'll at least begin to understand what freedom is for you. And from that point, you can begin to take the second step, which is doing something about it. The Tao Te Ching teaches that the journey of 1,000 miles begins with the single step. In your journey to freedom, I would suggest that a list with 2 columns that might run a paragraph, it might run several pages or more, of what is holding you back and what is building you up. What's important in your personal freedom. Once you have that list, then you can start to consider new ideas. Because now you have a goal. And goals tend to push us into new situations. Whether it's a physical fitness goal, and we start taking a different style of class or training, or whether it's a goal of understanding and becoming truly free. Goals are important. Goals push us to new heights and new places. But in the quest for freedom, the goal to be free is one of those ultimate goals. It's a lifetime of work, a lifetime of practice, one thing at a time. So once you have your goal set, then you can come with us and we will help you learn where to go in your journey to achieve those goals. So take that first step. Let us know what you're interested in, and I'm sure that we can help you begin that journey. Thanks for joining me today. Namaste.